That was a great opportunity for us to beat a really good basketball team. You go from the high of emotions of having the ball with 25 seconds to go to have the ball to bounce with 5 seconds to go, and then not having the ball to bounce, and then have a foul. And so, but it's part of the game, and we got to learn from it and get better from it. We got to look at the plays that were earlier in the game that could have made us better. And I know our kids will be better from this game. So once again, Purdue is as good. I don't, you guys all know I'm long in the tooth with this stuff, and there's not many teams that are better coached, more solid in all the areas, as veteran as Purdue. And they certainly breaks still have to go your way. But if anybody thinks that they're not in the hunt for the championship in this league, they're mistaken. And if you can win this league, and I know that we're in a growing phase with the league this year, win this league, they can really have a great March as well. So, but that's not enough. We had chances to win this game. We got ahead, and we couldn't get stops when we needed to. They made tough shots, and then we couldn't run some of the action that we wanted to run when I called those timeouts. It just blew up in our face, and all of a sudden the shot clock's there, and I didn't like what down the stretch where I wish we could have done better. But we'll grow, and I'll grow from be a better coach.
Mike? It seemed like the half-court offense was a little bit better in the second half. Were there adjustments that you made at half?
Oh, yeah. That's the first time you'll ever see that in your life until we play him again. It's Mo's fault that they switched every screen. He has 7-2 guy. When Purdue does is Purdue ices screens. They keep it on the side. They down you. You see it. Illinois did it on just one side of the floor. They do it every game all year long. They have never switched the ball screen with a 5-man. They switched every ball screen today. No, it's Mo's fault. If Mo couldn't shoot, they wouldn't do it, right? But because he can shoot it, so that took us by surprise and get the big lead, and we're trying to get back. Once we adjust, we were much better.
Brendan?
John, I look back to the LSU game, you guys kind of figuring out those late game situations too, now 5 whatever minutes later. Where is this group in terms of, that last minute, knowing how to react, knowing where to be, those types of things?
Yeah, well, I think I got exactly what I didn't want to call play late because they blow up so many plays. That's why we just get the ball in Charles' hands, try to get him in the middle of the floor, which he didn't do a great job of getting, and just go rather than I just didn't feel good at anything I was going to call. And all of a sudden, they're really good. Matt's really good at saying he ain't touching the ball, and now you got to go somewhere else. So I love Charles had the ball, and because we got the stop there. The play before that, we tried to get him with a backdoor first. It was just poorly executed. So, but I think we're much better. We've worked on it a lot since then. But I can't control the last 2 plays where we think we have the ball out of bounds, we don't, and then we have a foul.
And where is he in his development in terms of in a situation like that, being able to, with the ball in his hands, drive and also be aware of a guy?
He's growing without question. He's growing without question. But I thought he was going to go lay that ball in 5 seconds. He had leverage. He had everything. And I don't know where the ball got slapped down. And he said it did not go off him. But apparently it must have.
Was that last drive, was that designed for Charles? What made him the premier option?
Well, we had a play ready if the ball goes through the thing. With 3.6, you can get from end to end. So I have my mind made up. If the right guy got it, you can probably get over half court. He has a habit of taking circuitous routes to the basket full court. He arcs things. And if you just go right through the court, you could probably get the same shot that we were going to get if we call timeout, run a full court play, we're going to get the same shot. So I just would like him to go straight line a little bit more. And we have several players that do that. They just arc a little bit. And if you ran arcs, you'd never be able to get down the other end of the court. So, but it's right. And I thought the shot was, under the circumstances, we had time. If they would have made the shot, we were going to run a play to call a timeout and get it at half court with like 3. But if we used a timeout then, we couldn't have done it.
John, you mentioned a couple times that you guys are in a growing phase, new phases.
Yeah.
What is it about this team, though? Maybe it's makeup or attitude, moxie, whatever, that keeps them in the soup. I mean, you guys are down 14, 12 again.
You told me.
I think, despite those gaudy percentages, I think that we're defensively and defensive rebounding. You know, their backup point guard, who's a big kid, he got the 2 offensive rebounds. Otherwise, they didn't get any the whole time. I think we're not beating ourselves. We didn't get the foul line much today. If we had, maybe that's still been a little bit of a difficulty. But I can't put my finger on it. I think that Isaiah is like playing way above what I expected from 2 months ago. He couldn't figure out what was going on defense, and I thought between him and Edwards, I mean, that was a great duel between a senior and a freshman. I saw 3 freshmen out there a couple of times today, and John Teskey, who's not this savvy veteran. So I hope we have that we can just stay in games even when we're overmatched with experience.
You sense the moment's not too big for a lot of.
No, I didn't think so today. I certainly isn't for Jordan Poole. He wants it, and we got to continue to find ways to get him on the floor. I was actually thinking of till X hit those 2 threes to let Muhammad run the point, but all of a sudden X hits the 2 threes, and is X our leading scorer today? He's close to it, right? So it was like but it was just they're really good. That's why we lost the game. They're really good.
A few ticky-tack fouls on Mo. What's your message to him?
I'll wait to watch the video. If there are fouls that he knows he can't do, right? It's every game. The game. It's a hard game to officiate. It's a really hard game to officiate. I'm not crazy about calls that can impact the game and probably go without. Right? Those are bothersome to every coach. And it bothers me as our player. Like, if we foul somebody aggressively 94 feet from the basket, that's like really not a smart thing to do, and we've done it. Right? As officials continue to grow and things like that, they got to be very careful that that can determine games. That could determine a game too. So I don't know whether those are good calls or not. I think that every official wants the players to play the game, and he hopes that's how he officiates. The players to determine the game.
Andrew?
Coach, the replay review took a long time.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, just on the court, was there?
I asked them why it was taking so long. I said, if it was taking so long, then it must not be undisputable, right? Evidence with. We'll see what it was. Charles said it didn't go off him, but they said it did. So
it wasn't until the end there that they told you.
No,
it was a clock thing, or.
Yeah, no, they were doing too. They were making sure the clock was right, but they were really trying to figure out who it went off of, and. Meantime, we think so we spent our whole time there, but we had a foul to give. We wanted to foul them a little bit more, at half court, and we tried to, and we missed them, and then we fouled them later on. So they had a pretty good play, but still, that was a tough way to lose a game with a foul shot.
And then the 3-point defense early was a little shaky.
It's ridiculous. It was bad. That was the difference in the game. If you remember when we played Matthias before, Matthias didn't get many shots off. And we were on him, and because he's really a hunter who can shoot runaway shots, and that's something that we've tried with several players to be able to do, and Stu Douglas did it really well. We've never got some of the other players to really run through their shot with a guy on your left and just rise up, and he was good. We just flat out lost him a couple of times, and there's no way we're going to win this game. We gave up 12 threes. I would have been shocked right now with us winning the game, winning the 12. That was not the game plan. We're one of the leaders in the nation in not giving up threes. And tonight, Matthias was too good, and then the little guy had 11, hit the 2 shots. I mean, geez. They got 4 guys out there that when they shoot it, every shot looks like it's going in. I mean, every shot. And that really hurt us. That really hurt us. The guy, we fell down one time. They got a wide open 3. Just miss a couple of those, and we win the game. They just didn't miss. They had a great night for the field.
We'll take a couple more, John.
Xavier not only hits a couple of threes, but goes right at House a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's on his aggressiveness tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's just learning right now how you play at this level as far as a big-time high school player, and really had a lot of success and all those things. But just like when you go to the pros, there's a whole other level of understanding of the game, and he's sort of every day is very learning more and more about. He's got to evolve as a player. He's really got to evolve as a player, and he's doing that. And so I like very receptive to it. But he's never going to give in. He's going to be harder working than anybody we have. And it paid off a little bit tonight.
Brendan, you want to close this out?
Just to be clear on when they did overturn that, where you just told it was their ball, was there any explanation given of what they saw?
That it went off Charles's hand is what they said. So at that time, Brendan, you're just thinking, okay, we got a foul to give, and what do we have to do? You just turn around. That was just a tough. That's a tough way to end the game, both ways. I mean, we really, like I said, I'll second guess myself on a lot of things, but I wish we could have got Charles to the rim. It looked like he was going to go lay it in, and all of a sudden with 5.6 or whatever it is on the clock, that's enough time. That I really was convinced we had a play set up, we were going to win the game, and all of a sudden they weren't in the game. So,
Thanks, Coach.
all right, thanks.